Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover. And for those of you who didn't witness what went down in 2017, we got a fine throwback to 2017 just hours ago when news hit the web linking Eminem to Kamala Harris rally in Detroit. And it's been pandemonium online since then, as even Elon Musk fired at Eminem over this. And we'll be exploring some highlights of this crap storm as we are at a point where some are convinced that Eminem is being blackmailed. I mean, even Elon Musk hinted at this, and we'll get to this momentarily. Today we also have more that's come from Kendrick Lamar's latest interview, where he explained the meaning of Not Like Us, and clearly many hip-hop fans aren't satisfied with his take on this song. And now we got Adam22 slamming Kendrick Lamar for going on Harper's Bazaar to conduct a quote softball interview. More on this in a bit. And today we also have more from Fat Joe, who recently shared his thoughts on Kendrick Lamar versus Drake, where he also compared it to 50 versus Ja Rule. And before we dive in, if you enjoy content like this to smooth things over for us, let's get to 1,000 real quick, like it is bottles of baby oil to keep the content flowing. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't. And starting with Kendrick Lamar, like we covered in the previous video, when he was asked to break down Not Like Us, he went into detail about how it is about morals, values, and what he represents, rather than Not Like Us being just a Drake diss song. And if you recall, this sparked split reactions, as many fans were convinced that Kendrick was just being pretentious. And we got to hear from Adam22 a few hours ago, and he went to town on this point and even called out Elliot Wilson in the process. Check out a snippet from the No Jumper podcast.
Did you guys check out Kendrick Lamar going and doing an interview with Harper's Bazaar,
Yes.
supporting black media outlets, hip-hop media outlets? You go do an interview with Harper's Bazaar and supporting real journalism. You let your label mate basically interview you.
Former label.
Kind of bizarre,
Former
man.
label
It was
mate.
very, very pretentious affair that was.
Oh my God. I feel like reading that article, I was left with the feeling this may all backfire on Kendrick at some point, because he has built himself up now to be such an elitist character in the space. And I just don't, I think at a certain point, people are going to realize we really trusted this guy and that it's just not really panning out. Because to me, that interview had so little substance to it, so many words and so little actual thought-provoking sentiments expressed in it. And I feel like that's largely the sentiment that I've been seeing from other people as well, is that very few people seem impressed by this. And my question too is, Elliot's all on, Nicki Minaj for going and doing content with Kai Cenat, right? I mean, what is this? This is the same shit. It's a softball interview. Could have supported a real hip hop media outlet and sat down with somebody who really does this. It was the ultimate situation where he's shielding himself from any kind of tough questions or any, you can't imagine him going on the Breakfast Club.
For sure.
No
Because
way.
even
So did you make that
Charlemagne
shit up?
would shit down his throat if he wanted to give those kind of bullshit ass answers.
You made all that shit up about Drake, right? You was capping, right? That's
Exactly. That's all we needed to hear. And instead he sits across from SZA, who lets him get away with the song was about how I as a man am just in such a great space as a man or whatever. It's you call him a pedophile and it seems like it's all a lie. Tell us. Because think about it. They put out a call for Diddy's accusers, right? You get hundreds. He makes the #1 song of the year calling Drake an abuser and a pedophile. 0 girls have showed up to confirm this.
However, Adam22's history quickly overshadowed his talking points, and he's been getting roasted. Adam, you pay men to get with your wife. Please reserve your opinions on anything backfiring on anyone. This was pretty much how it went for the most part. He's been getting dragged over that fact. Although in Drake's corner, some have expanded. Kendrick has been a Tupac wannabe for a long time, and he's not getting close. He doesn't have the balls at all. He's not this tough guy he act like when he raps. He a fake activist.
Come on, man.
And in my opinion, we are at a point in the industry where rappers like Kendrick Lamar have nothing to gain by putting themselves out there to get interviewed by the likes of Charlemagne. There is no exchange in value by doing that. This is why Nicki Minaj would rather go on Kai Cenat's livestream rather than Elliot Wilson's podcast. The huge artists have no incentive to put themselves in positions that lead to quote tough questions, like there's nothing to gain for them. In Nicki's case with Kai Cenat, there was some form of audience exchange going on, and I'm not saying this is a good thing, I'm just pointing out the reality of the industry right now but what are your thoughts? And moving on, before we get to Elon Musk and his ilk versus Eminem, Fat Joe was asked about his thoughts on Kendrick versus Drake and how it compares to, let's say, 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. And Fat Joe expanded on how this is something that will linger for years when it comes to Drake, regardless of how successful he continues to be. Check out a snippet from Club Shay Shay.
With Ja Rule and 50 is that 50 slowed him up to where before that, Ja Rule was the Drake of the term with all the hits.
Okay, that's what you be. Yeah,
Now,
okay.
so what I'm saying is I believe that Drake will drop 10, 15 hits in a row and it'll be like, yo, you caught that L that time. Some people think Jay-Z lost to Nas, but Jay-Z's Jay-Z.
Correct.
You understand? So I think that's what's gonna happen with this.
Can you explain the Ja Rule and 50 Cent beef? It seemed like it was really personal and they sincerely, genuinely dislike each other.
Forever, still. You know, I had it. You know, I was squashing the beef.
Right.
Fat Joe was squashing the beef. I had it. And Irvin Ja was like, nah, we ain't squashing shit. I don't want to put it on 50, but I think 50 was almost like, yo, Joe, whatever you want to do. So I had that. And then when I went to them, they was like, fuck that, this, that. Do I recommend for beef to be 20, 30 years? I think that's dumb. Just move on. Rap beef fucked up a lot of my money. You know what I'm saying? Because if you mess with 50 Cent, if you mess with Jay-Z, people don't know we had subliminal rap beef with Jay-Z. So if you mess with Jay-Z, you can't give me no money because you got to be loyal to Jay-Z. You got to be loyal to 50 Cent.
That's the Reebok deal.
That's the Reebok deal
that you had in play.
Oh, they shut me down with that one. Wow.
And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on this because it is true, regardless of how many more billions Jay-Z makes, there are people who still believe he got his bum whooped by Nas, and this will apply to Drake moving forward, regardless of how many more hits he makes in the future. That is, all things being equal as far as we know today. And moving on, when the news hit the web that Eminem was set to introduce Barack Obama at Kamala Harris's rally in Detroit, the crapstorm started and even Elon Musk joined in on the action. He posted this in reaction to Eminem, yet another Diddy party participant. And of course, this became ground zero for the battle on X, as some have even pulled up receipts on Elon Musk. Eminem dissed Diddy his entire career. You were friends with him, and it included this quote from a past interview. Speaking with Samuel, Musk reportedly said, "I don't know if you know this, but Puff is an investor in Twitter. You know, he's a good friend of mine. We text a lot." And users have been pulling up pictures of Elon Musk in group photos with Diddy. And some have added, Elon Musk clearly is delusional and only driven by money. I don't care who Eminem votes for, but to say he's another Diddy party participant is ignorance at its best. Elon, are you so tone deaf you don't know Eminem's been beefing with Diddy for decades? And boy, the actual event only added fuel to the fire, where Eminem shared his thoughts on free speech, and we also saw Barack Obama rapping Lose Yourself. Check out snippets.
Detroit! What up, though? So look, I wrote down a few things I wanted to say. I love you too, thank you. I'm here tonight for a couple of important reasons. As most of you know, the city of Detroit and the whole state of Michigan mean a lot to me. And going into this election, the spotlight is on us more than ever, and I think it's important to use your voice. So I'm encouraging everybody to get out and vote, please. I also think that people shouldn't be afraid to express their opinions. And I don't think anyone wants an America where people are worried about retribution or what people will do if you make your opinion known. I think Vice President Harris supports a future for this country where these freedoms and many others will be protected and upheld. And here to tell you much more about that, President Barack Obama.
Let me just say, I gotta say, you know, I have done a lot of rallies, so I don't usually get nervous. But I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. I mean, I noticed my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs, but I keep on forgetting.
And boy, they came for Eminem. I grew up obsessed with Eminem, like all I listened to for years. Unfortunately, he's now a pathetic loser. The same guy that wrote all these songs about anti-establishment, going against the grain, just to become a little sheep and do what he is told. Many such cases, and these people look to be convinced that Eminem is rallying for a candidate who supports censorship. These posts kept going viral. On the song White America, Eminem said, "F you, Miss Cheney." Now he's campaigning for the candidate that Cheney family supports. It can't get more pathetic than that.
Damn.
And apparently, Eminem is also supporting the party that loves war. Eminem will be appearing at a Kamala Harris rally in Detroit this evening. In 2017, he claimed that Donald Trump will probably cause a nuclear holocaust. In reality, Trump brought peace, whereas Kamala is being endorsed by warmongers as the world is blowing itself up. And these people kept going, as some are convinced Eminem is being blackmailed. And if you missed out on what went down in 2017, this is as close as it gets. Dozens of viral posts slamming the rapper, as some are convinced that this is ironic. The irony is, one of the reasons Eminem is so successful is that we value free speech in this country. He's tested that value with every album he's released, and he was rewarded for it. Now he's endorsing the candidate that would love nothing more than to take our right to free speech away. And upon seeing how some users are outraged by this, some have expanded everyone who says they've lost respect for Eminem or aren't his fans anymore due to not endorsing Trump are people who don't listen to him anyway. And even the fans who have known all this time, some have expanded. I'm gonna need you dudes to stop tagging me in this. Eminem is my goat, so I overlook his politics the same way I overlook a bad bee with mental illness.
Damn.
And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts below, especially from the outsiders looking in at the crap storm right now. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.